When everything feels like it's falling apart, maybe it's not. You've been waiting quietly. You've been holding on through seasons of uncertainty, through prayers whispered in the dead of night. You've endured struggles so personal, so silent, that no one else even knew you were hurting. And now, something feels different. It's subtle, almost unnoticeable, but it's there. The air around you feels charged, like something unseen is moving. Deep within, a question starts to echo. Is Allah finally answering my prayers? Before a major shift occurs in your life, Allah often sends signs, but not the kind that shake the earth or make headlines. His signs are soft, delicate, easily missed if your heart isn't still enough to notice. But if you do catch them, if your soul recognizes the whispers, then you might be standing at the edge of a transformation that could change your life forever. Sign 1. When life feels like it's falling apart, but it's really falling into place. It begins with everything around you unraveling. People you trusted slowly slip away. The stability you clung to starts crumbling. What once felt like a clear path now looks like shattered pieces scattered across your feet. You're grasping at fragments, trying to hold things together, but nothing stays. You might find yourself thinking, did I fail? Have I angered Allah? Why is everything collapsing when I've tried so hard? But pause. Breathe. This isn't punishment. It's realignment. Allah isn't rejecting you. He's rescuing you. He's removing you from spaces and relationships that were never meant to be permanent. What felt like betrayal was, in truth, protection. What seemed like loss was actually guidance wrapped in disguise. We often ask Allah for blessings, yet sometimes those blessings can't reach us until the wrong things are cleared away. So He begins the cleansing. He takes away the ones who never truly loved you. He delays plans that would have drained your soul. He shuts doors that would have led to heartbreak. Yes, it hurts. Yes, you don't understand. But He sees the entire picture. The conversations you weren't part of, the dangers you couldn't perceive, the spiritual exhaustion you didn't even notice building inside you. He's not tearing you down. He's rebuilding you from the ground up. Because before Allah places you in a palace, He often needs to break the chains of a prison you didn't even realize you built. A prison made of unhealthy attachments, false hopes, pride in your own planning. So if your world feels like it's collapsing right now, maybe, just maybe, it's not the end. It's the very beginning. The beginning of something you once prayed for. The beginning of your true path. Sign 2. A deep tiredness that's not just physical. You feel it, don't you? That quiet exhaustion. You wake up tired. You go to bed tired. But it's not just your body. Your spirit is weary. Your mind is foggy. You're surrounded by people. Yet there's a hollow emptiness inside that no one can fill. You laugh, but it doesn't reach your soul. You pray, but the words feel distant. Everything feels quiet. This isn't sadness. This isn't depression. It's something much deeper, something sacred. You might be wondering, what's happening to me? Why do I feel so empty? Am I drifting away from Allah? What you're experiencing isn't a sign of losing your way. It's a sign that Allah is preparing you. Before He sends you a blessing, He often empties your heart. He clears the clutter. He makes room. You see, a heart that is already filled with noise and distractions has no capacity to hold what is coming. Before He fills your cup, He empties it. Before a tree can bear fruit, it must shed its leaves. Before the sun rises, the night is at its darkest. What feels like an emptiness is actually a preparation. He's making space in your heart for something new, something beautiful. He's preparing you to receive the blessing you've been waiting for. When Allah is about to give you something great, He first clears away what no longer serves you. He's not punishing you with this emptiness. He's purifying you. So if you feel empty, know that it's a sign that something far greater is coming. Don't be afraid. You're being prepared. Sign 3. The disappearance of people and support. It's strange, isn't it? One moment, your life is full of voices, laughter, and companionship. The next, it feels like everyone is slipping away. Friends stop calling. Texts go unanswered. Group chats are silent. People who were once your pillars begin to fade, some quietly, others with conflict. You start asking yourself, what did I do wrong? Why are the people I need most suddenly so distant? But here's the truth. Before Allah brings you something extraordinary, He often removes the people who cannot go with you to the next phase of your life. It's not abandonment, it's elevation. Sometimes people are only meant to be in our lives for a season. They teach us lessons, but they aren't meant to stay forever. When Allah sees that you have outgrown certain relationships, He removes them, not to hurt you, but to protect you. And yes, it hurts, it stings. You'll miss their presence, even if it was toxic. You'll miss the comfort of familiarity, even if it held you back. But understand this: the ones who left were often the ones holding you back from walking into the next chapter of your life. Their noise drowned out the whispers of Allah. Now the silence you feel is sacred. The loneliness is divine protection. Allah is clearing your path. He's making space for the people and opportunities that are meant to walk with you into your future. You're not being abandoned. You're being prepared. Sign 4. The repetition of numbers, words, or themes. You're scrolling through your phone, and suddenly, a verse catches your eye. It resonates deeply with you, so you save it. Hours later, you hear the same verse in a lecture you weren't even planning to watch. Then, a friend says it in conversation, casually. Or perhaps you start seeing the same numbers everywhere: 1111, 222, 333, on clocks, receipts, license plates. You start to think, this can't be a coincidence. And you're right. Allah speaks to the heart in gentle, quiet ways. One of His methods of communication is repetition. He will send the same messages in different forms, nudging you gently so your soul wakes up. When you keep seeing the same numbers, hearing the same phrases, noticing the same themes everywhere you go, it's not random. Allah is speaking to you. He's reminding you. He's guiding you. Divine signs aren't always dramatic. They don't always come with thunder and lightning. Sometimes Allah's messages come in whispers, in the form of patterns that only those who are truly listening will hear. When you start noticing these repetitive signs, take it as a reminder that you are being prepared. You're being guided. The blessing you've been waiting for is closer than you think. Your soul is awake enough to notice. The universe isn't sending these signs. It's your Lord, the creator of everything, sending His guidance directly to your heart. So don't ignore these signs. Don't dismiss them as coincidences. When something keeps appearing in your life, stirring your heart, it's not random. It's a divine thread, gently pulling you toward what's meant for you. Follow it. Sign 5. You begin to notice subtle shifts within yourself. There's a quiet change happening inside you, something you might not have noticed at first. It's like your soul is shifting, quietly transforming in ways that can't be seen on the surface. You used to care deeply about things that no longer hold the same weight. Your focus is shifting, your priorities realigning. You feel more drawn to peace, to stillness, to spirituality, and away from the noise of the world. You might find yourself asking, why am I suddenly indifferent to things I once thought were so important? This change is a sign that Allah is preparing your heart for a new chapter in your life. You're no longer interested in chasing after temporary pleasures or distractions. You're being attuned to a deeper, more meaningful connection. The things that once brought you joy might seem shallow now, and you're starting to realize that true happiness lies in spiritual fulfillment, in seeking closeness to Allah. You're evolving. The person you once were is transforming into someone more aligned with your true purpose. And while it may feel strange or unsettling, this is exactly what's supposed to be happening. Allah is drawing you nearer to Him. He's removing the veil from your heart, making space for the deep peace that comes from a life lived with purpose and devotion. So if you feel like you're changing in ways that you can't quite explain, trust that this is part of the process. This inner transformation is leading you to a place of greater peace, a deeper connection with Allah, and the ability to navigate the world with a heart full of gratitude and clarity. Sign 6. You feel drawn to the quiet, to solitude. Have you noticed how much you crave silence lately? The constant hum of activity, the endless rush of the world, it's starting to feel overwhelming. You find yourself yearning for moments of stillness. You crave the solitude of being alone, with just your thoughts and your connection to Allah. At first, this might feel like isolation. You may wonder if you're running away from your responsibilities, from relationships, from life itself. But this quiet pull is not a sign of loneliness. It's a sign that Allah is calling you to a deeper connection. When life gets loud, it can be difficult to hear the whispers of Allah, but when you retreat into the quiet, you create space for His presence to fill your heart. In these moments of solitude, you may find clarity. You may feel His guidance more clearly. Your prayers become deeper, your connection with Him more intimate. Solitude isn't about escaping the world, it's about finding peace in it. It's about making space for Allah's voice amidst the chaos. So if you feel drawn to be alone, don't fight it, embrace it. Allah is calling you to a sacred stillness, where you can hear Him more clearly and grow closer to Him. Sign 7, you begin to let go of control. For so long, you've tried to control everything. The people around you, the outcomes of your efforts, the direction your life is headed. But lately, you've started to realize that the more you hold on, the harder things become. You feel a sense of weariness in trying to control every little detail. And then, something shifts. You begin to let go. It doesn't happen all at once. It's a gradual surrender, a quiet realization that you don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, that you don't need to have every step planned out. You begin to trust. Trust that Allah has a plan. Trust that whatever is meant for you will come at the right time. Trust that your efforts will not go unnoticed, but they don't have to be perfectly orchestrated. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means releasing the pressure and the fear that comes with holding on too tightly. It's a shift from controlling your life to trusting in Allah's timing. And as you do this, a profound peace starts to take over your heart. This trust, this surrender, is a sign that you're growing in your relationship with Allah. You're learning to rely on His wisdom, His timing, and His perfect plan for your life. Sign 8, you start feeling at peace. With the unknown has always been a source of fear, hasn't it? The uncertainty of what's ahead, the lack of control over your future. It's always felt unsettling. But now, something is different. You're starting to feel more at ease with the unknown. You're no longer consumed by fear of what might come. Instead, you feel a sense of peace. It's not that the future is any clearer. It's not that you have all the answers. But somehow, you feel confident in the fact that Allah knows what's best for you. You trust that whatever happens is part of a plan far greater than you could imagine. This shift is a profound sign of spiritual growth. You're learning to trust Allah with the unknowns of your life. You're finding peace in the uncertainty, knowing that He is with you every step of the way. If the unknown no longer feels as scary as it once did, it's a sign that you're on the right path. You've surrendered to Allah's will, and in doing so, you've found a deep, unwavering peace. Sign 9. You feel a sense of new purpose and clarity. Out of nowhere, you begin to feel a new sense of purpose. Things that once felt meaningless now feel significant. You start to see a clearer picture of your life's direction. The fog begins to lift, and your path feels more defined. You might even feel a spiritual awakening, a deeper understanding of why things happened the way they did. What seemed like random events now feel connected, part of a bigger plan that you're starting to understand. This clarity is a divine gift. Allah is guiding you toward your true purpose. The struggles, the confusion, the pain, it all has meaning now. You are being led to something greater, something that will allow you to serve Allah, others, and yourself in a way that is aligned with your true essence. So if your heart feels suddenly clear, if you feel like you're waking up to a new sense of direction, trust it. This clarity is a sign that Allah is leading you towards the fulfillment of your purpose. With all these signs, it's clear. When life seems most confusing, when you feel lost or uncertain, remember that Allah is gently guiding you toward a new phase of life. He's preparing you for something incredible, something beautiful. Trust in His timing. Trust in His plan. You're being shaped and molded for the blessings that await you.